Hello viewers, I hope all of you are fine. Today I want to introduce what is physics, how we can explain different phenomena on the basis of physics. So what are the different examples or what are the applications of physics in our daily lives? Basically physics explain us from subatomic particles to the whole universe. What is atom? What is its structure? What is inside it, like explanation of different particles consist by atoms like protons, neutrons, electrons, quarks. All of these things can be explained on the basis of physics. So basically physics is the science of measurement. It is the study of nature, and it is basically the study of matter, energy, and between their mutual relationship. So it means that basically we can explain this whole universe, this whole nature on the basis of laws of physics. So, for example, why different things are falling towards Earth's surface? It is because of gravity. So, gravitational pull and gravitational force can be explained on the basis of laws of physics, and there is a very famous law which is known as Newton law of gravitation. We can explain different bodies such that how different bodies in this universe attract each other. So there is a universal law for it. So on the basis of laws of physics we can explain gravity. We can explain how earth revolves around sun and moon revolves around earth. Similarly, we can explain different subatomic particles like protons, neutrons, and electrons on the basis of Coulomb's law. For charged particles, there is a basic law of physics which is known as Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law says that basically there is a force of attraction or repulsion between two charges. It depends upon nature of charge, whether that charge are positively or whether their charges are negatively charged. So we can explain how atomic structure exists on the basis of electromagnetic force, on the basis of strong force, on the basis of weak force. So all of these are basically fundamental forces. There are four fundamental forces: nuclear force, which is strong force, Coulombic force, gravitational force, and electroweak force. All of these are basically very basic and fundamental forces. So all of these things, atomic structures, whole galaxies, can be explained on the basis of these fundamental forces. Now, what is light? How the light from sun reach us, and how much time it take, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. All of these can be calculated. This data can be calculated on the basis of laws of physics. What is light? It is basically of electromagnetic nature. It possesses velocity 3 cross 10 power 8 meter per second. All of these measurements were taken by different scientists on the basis of laws of physics. Hertz experimentally verified the speed of light, and Maxwell theoretically predicts speed of light, and similarly other scientists also contributed in this field. So basically we can explain light, we can explain all electromagnetic spectrum, like what is infrared light, what is basically x-rays, what is gamma rays, what are basically sound waves, why light possesses dual nature. All of these things can be explained on the basis of laws of physics. Similarly, this bulb, how this bulb works, this LED bulb work, we can explain it on the basis of laws of physics. There is an electronic circuit in this LED bulb, and how this light emitting diode works. All of these things can be explained on the basis of laws of physics. And even if you take this older one bulb, we can also explain this on the basis of laws of physics. And in this bulb there is a particular electronic circuit, and internal structure of which is like this. There are capacitors, there are transformers, and there are transistors, diodes, different elements are there, and the whole elements, all of these elements cooperate with each other, and it gives us a particular light. So what is basically light emitting diode? It basically used for rectification purposes and for conversion of AC into DC. Similarly, this transistor can be used as a switch or as an amplifier. Similarly, there is a capacitor which can be used as a filter, which can be used as a storage, temporary storage device. So all of these things can be explained and works on the basis of laws of physics. So we can take so many examples in this universe. Even if you take this old radio, in this old radio there is a particular speaker. This is made of magnet. What is the purpose of magnet in this radio? And what is basically magnet? It possesses north south pole. Our earth is also a giant magnet which possesses north south pole. It is a natural magnet, and the natural magnetic field of earth protect us from so many dangerous harmful cosmic radiations which shields us from that kind of radiations. So what is basically magnet, what is magnetic field, and what is basically how our earth magnetic field shield us from these different types of radiation, and what are auroras borealis or australias, different colors are formed on at north and south poles of earth, how they are formed. All of these things can be explained on the basis of physics. How a bullet train works, how a radio works, how we can transform uh, our information from one place to another place with the help of electromagnetic waves can be explained on the basis of physics. Even this TV which you people see here, there is an electronic gun in this TV which transmit electron beam towards screen, and when that beam falls on TV screen, it produce different colors, and the combination of that colors produce particular picture, colorful picture. So how this TV work, this television work, and how it cooperate with a particular satellite, and from that satellite we can see transmission here. There is a particular transmitter there, and this is a receiver. So when transmitter, receiver, and that satellite cooperate with each other, basically we see here a transmission. So how we can see this channel here, for example PTV home or PTV global or so many other channels, how a dish antenna works, what are basically communication satellites, what are basically for what are basically GPS satellites, what are geostationary satellites, and for what purpose scientists send that satellite into space. All of these things can be explained on the basis of laws of physics. Even how a particular motor car engine, a steam engine, a railway engine, a different types of engine works, how an electric motor works, how an electric fan works. All of these things can be explained on the basis of laws of physics. Even I am talking with you, sound waves are here propagating towards this mobile, and it received by the mobile, converted into electrical signal, and then after that recorded there. So how sound waves propagates, what is the speed of sound in air, all of these things can be explained on the basis of physics. So it means that physics explain everything in this universe. Not only this, what is fraction, how we walk on the floor. We walk on the floor because of fraction, because fraction is basically a position to our motion. So if there is less fraction, we can slip. Even we can write on page of paper without friction, because whenever we write there on page of paper, there is a friction between ballpoint and paper. So if there is a less friction there, so then in that case we cannot write there, because whenever the surface is slippery or more shiny, then there is a less friction, so we cannot write there. And even if on the floor there is less friction, we can slip there. Even on the road, car can skid because of less friction. So what is friction? What is force? Force is basically a push or pull on the body. If I apply here a particular push, or if I pull this object or this TV, it will cover a distance, which is basically called force. Force is basically the push or pull acted upon a body, due to which a body we can produce motion or tends to produce motion in a body. So what is force? What is friction? What is gravity? What are electromagnetic waves? How our universe was formed? What is basically Big Bang theory, which is about our universe? What is string theory? What are different laws of gravitation, or what are different laws about gravity? How our solar system works? What is our solar system? How day and night comes in alternate manner? Why there is a day on some part of earth and at the same time there is night on different parts of earth? All of these things can be explained on the basis of physics. Even how a diode works, what is tunneling phenomena, and similarly so many other things that we can see in this universe. How a particular electric fan works, how their blades rotates, how we can make electricity, how we can generate electricity from hydel power, what is hydroelectricity, and what is how we can generate electricity from different types of fuels, what is how we can extract coal, natural gas, and similarly so many other different types of fuel from earth, and what are how different types of refineries works for their purpose, how we can separate different types of components from crude oils. All of these things can be explained on the basis of physics. Not only this, if I am continuing my talking, so there are so many examples, so many examples in this universe. It means that almost everything in this universe, even our body structure, for example, how our heart beats, it is because of electricity. Our heart cells generate particular electric potential because there is ions transport across our heart cells. Whenever ions passes across the cell membrane, inside or outside of the cell, there is particular electrical voltage is generated there. So due to which our heart beats, and that cell which generate that voltage minus 80 millivolt inside the cell relative to outside the cell are called pacemaker cells. So pacemaker cell of our heart generate heartbeats and generate voltage. Similarly, how our brain work, it because of electrical activity. Neuron is particular electrically excitable cell which generate electric potential. So all of these things can be explained on the basis of laws of physics. So I hope you like this video. Subscribe this channel for further upcoming interesting videos. Thanks for your time. Thank you so much.